I'm Barry Tramel with the Oklahoman. Well, it's finally happened. Women's basketball has jumped the shark, turned into the same sordid sport that the men play. And not because coaches like Pat Summitt and Gino Auriemma squabble, or because we now talk about stuff like RPI and strength of schedule concerning the women's March Madness. No, it's worse than that. A star player is leaving school early to turn pro. Tennessee's Candace Parker, who has a season of eligibility left, says she will not return to the Lady Vols, preferring instead to play in the Olympics and the WNBA next year. What's next? Recruiting scandal and academic misconduct, no doubt, with some DUIs and armed assaults thrown in for good measure. A bunch of gals who can dunk but not shoot, maybe a few post-game fights, and probably expansion of the NCAA tournament to 65 teams, just to squeeze out one more little guy. The women mimic the men, only a generation or two later, and Candace Parker is the pioneer. Every flood begins with a raindrop, just as Spencer Haywood's decision to leave the University of Detroit almost 40 years ago has led to college basketball now having nary a senior star. And so it will go with women's hoops, and the only thing we can hope is that the cascade hits our state later rather than sooner. Courtney Paris has another season left at OU, and I assume she could claim the going rate for WNBA franchise players. Amanda Riley is a point guard dynamo with 2 years left at OSU. If they were men, Paris already would be gone and Riley would be headed out the door. Instead, they're still here. It's one of the charms of the women's game. Enjoy it while you can. That pleasure, the gift of really getting to know a ball player, is about to pass.